Welcome to turn 27. Research in blood magic is complete. Next is enchantment for flaming arrows, amongst other things. A few more fiery imps, although that can be slowing down now. Trumgar has summoned Firebrand again. Some side searching. Ulrich has declared a new prophet. I think we killed the last one. 22 blood slaves, corrupt unit dice, and there is a battle in Plymouth. Let's have a look at that one. So this is Calum moving into the siege fortress of Plymouth. This is just a province defense of human breeds that will not be able to stop them. It does, however, cost them 14 units, amongst which they're mad, which is a good thing, I suppose. Oh, it's nice if a little bit of province defense can at least inflict some casualties instead of dying completely uselessly. And interestingly enough, they are using ice drinks, which they are probably getting one casting, which is quite wasteful. Then there is a battle in Melma. Here Ulrich attacks us. Oh yes, this is the whole force that I'm gathering up on the mountains in Melma. As you can see, they're not really in a good formation yet. A decent amount of bark skin off on them, that's great. And then the drakes completely set fire to my own province defense. Well, they're bastard lizards, basically, they don't care. Oh yeah, and this is Chillwind the Vampire moving in. Luckily I gave him a ring of fire, otherwise he would be very dead. Alright, so that went very well. Chillwind actually got a single kill. The rest of them go to human breads and fire drakes mostly. Human breads did quite well, I'd say. Alright. Then there's a battle in Shadow Glade. This is the forest where I was trying to build a trap cannon. Here they bring in a lot of mounts. However, somehow the commander decides to commit suicide. And the entire army runs away. Which is fine by me, I guess. Then there's the Battle of the Fortress of Ystad. I apparently forgot to put these guys on hold attack. And this guy has been hit, goes berserk and charges forward. Everyone else is just waiting around to receive bark skin. However, Ashfield, as you can see, doesn't even have the numbers left to hold the breach, and they get completely swarmed by these monsters. So that takes care of Ystad. Our temples raised, we lost 7 dudes in order to take this fortress. and it frees up this army. 2 unexpected events overjumped, unrest, lost population, and got some gold and lost some unrest. Alright. We are under siege in Capes, and the walls are going down quickly. We're under siege in Timeless Waste, but we're preparing the walls faster. Kill some brigands here, and some brigands here, and some brigands here. And one of our scouts over here died from the disease. So, where are we at? Since we researched the level of blood necessary, the poopsmith over here is going to be able to do the first crossbreeding. This takes 25. So this takes 25 blood slaves and gives you a bunch of random units. Because this is infernal breeding as opposed to the normal crossbreeding, units you get are actually pretty good. And as I talked about before, this guy has a crossbreed of 8, while normal warlocks have a crossbreed of 6, so he is definitely the best option. Then we're preparing to have a fight with Eru. Foreigners over here is going to take this province away from Ashdod. And Cameron is moving in with a whole lot of more units. Also, so-and-so, the newest demon brat, is bringing in some gems and some blood slaves in order to be able to summon fire elemental, reinvigorate, and then 2 more fire elementals and then just spells. This will hopefully work out when Eru tries to send this army over here, which is what I expect them to do. I considered moving away the blood hunters, but I decided that I could probably take this on. Alright, then meanwhile we're gonna try to fight Eru soon. If this province is taken and we win here, we can counterattack down this way. And there's the island to consider. This fort will still take 2 turns to build. With this fort liberated in 1 month, it will be a fortress where we are building these camazots. Also, this fort can actually build a lot of Abyssian infantry because it has a good amount of resources. Now, I expect an attack from this direction, where with this formation, we have a lot of these creating fire elemental. We have quite a decent line of Abyssians with a line of archers behind, and these are the good kind of archers with plate armor. And then we have a lot of nature mages casting protection. So with all of this, we should probably be able to take this army. Then there's the war with Calum. They just checked this fort. Now the fort is okay for this turn, but next turn it will probably break. So what I'm doing is I'm moving 2 assassins in here, Cameron and Cheat. They are going to try to assassinate because there are a lot of quite tempting targets for an assassin, and if we can take these out before battle, that would be quite nice. Then this army, the anti-Calum army, is basically going to deploy themselves here. Next turn they can move down here in order to try and break the siege, which means that anybody who flees from their army, if he manages to do this, and I think he will flee into my territory and just die, which should take care of a lot of Calum troops. Alright, that's it for turn 27, see you in turn 28. Welcome to turn 28. Research in Enchantment is completed, next is Enchantment 3. Poopsmith has cost Infernal Breed. This will give some units, I'll show them soon. Trogdor cast another Drake. Search for signs, found nothing. Got a bunch of blood slaves. Crippled unit died, and there was a battle in the Light Hills. So I decided to try just charging forward immediately. Fortunately, that messes up the and even though they don't kill them outright, I think I'm getting quite a bit of power Here's one side of the run for it. So, it's a bit of a kill with that, as you can see. However, we do win it, and this is all province. Oh yeah, and there's Chillwind again, picking up the kill. So, we lost 2 drakes, 3 human dreads, 3 lava warriors, and 2 vision infantry, not that bad. Unfortunately, a lot of things ran, of which all of them made it back, but still. This does, however, take care of 98 units of province defense. Now that must have cost quite a bit to put up that many national units. Actually, it's not as good as beating an army, but still. Then there was a battle in Glimmering Fields. The Steel Oasis over here. I decided to send what's his name, Fornius over here with a little army to go and take it. I think he has oh, he has an adept of the Silver Order. Must have been a mercenary, I think. Anyway, they run away. Then there's the Battle of Plymouth. Oh yeah, so this is the anti-Calvin formation, basically. However, they do manage to bring a single mammoth. And it looks like the infantry here is attacking on foot instead. Fortunately, my infantry manages to take out the mammoths quickly. And I don't think I'm going to deal with it. Well, that Ice Striker is of course a plus. Which will, I think, cause fatigue. Let's see. Great Frost does a bit of damage, lingering. Okay. Yeah, I think it's actually doing direct damage. Anyway, that's the Ice Strike one. And then once everyone's left, runs away. So, well, at least I took care of the mammoth and an Ice Strike. And then we're getting attacked in Miradong. So have a look at this. These are some mercenaries that eerily got. A bunch of pirates. think this is Black Bones Pirates. I think I tried to hire them at some point. They just have a falchion, and yeah, they're not very good actually. So yeah, they lose to, I think, 11 points of Prophet's defense. Not a good show. An unexpected event occurred in Gilgad. 3 Earth Gems, always nice. An unexpected event in the Nether. 2 slots, not so nice, but we can handle it. Unexpected event in Melma. A false prophet again. But I don't think we'll be holding on to Melma much longer. The fortress in the Nether is complete. Now we can recruit a bat every turn. Fortress and Kappas have been breached. We started to destroy the walls in Light Hills. This is Ulrich's fort. And then we killed a whole bunch of brigands. Okay, so I've started to move bats around and search for dead sites because I want better death income. From the crossbreeding that I cast here, I've got this guy with a bunch of these. Now this is the same attack as the salamander has. They are the same size of the salamander. However, they don't cost any upkeep. So once you've summoned these guys, they can just do what salamanders do for free. And I'm sending them over to Drane because I think those fire flare attacks will probably do quite well against Eru. Because Eru has quite some units with quite decent defense. But the fire flare, the commander has it too, actually just has an area of effect attack, so you can't defend against this. It just does 20 fire damage to a square, which should have a good chance of killing Eru's units. Unfortunately, I cannot cast Crossbreed again because I only have 23 blood slaves and I need 25. More are being transported in. Then this army in Glimmering Fields and this army in Klon are combining into Lilithor. I made a bit of a formation in order to repel flyers as good as possible, and I'm summoning some fire elementals. In Kappas we're going to break the siege with this force, and Trogdor is participating, so basically just some standard Abyssians, some Drake squads, Trogdor, who's just going to do skeletal body, then fire a bunch of times, and then he's going to jump in the rear and try to take out mages. Unless they take this or this, they will have no retreat pot, and anything that retreats is a loss as well. And Strongbad is going to start a new campaign basically. He's going to move moving into the islands and going to try to take the Throne of Fair Mountains back. As I can see also the north of Uruk, because of my scout here, Uruk does not have a lot of provinces left. They have 7 right now. And this army is moving into here because this 2 years should only be 8 movement points. They can go back here anytime. So I'm just taking this province. Later on I should start getting smaller raiding forces in order to take the rest when Strongbad has shown up and defeated the main army. Alright, that's it for turn 28. See you in turn 29. Welcome to turn 29. I have Enchantment 3, now Enchantment 4 is coming. After that we can do Flaming Arrows. Some site searching, but nothing found. And we got 26 new blood slaves. The cheat tried to assassinate an ice crafter. Let's have a look at that. So yeah, thanks to this retinue of fine men, he should be comfortably able to do this. Does he? Oh, it's dark, so it doesn't work very well for him. The cheat has dark vision, so he only gets -1. Pretty good. Cameron also tried to. Oh, he tried to assassinate a high seraph. Let's see how that went. This is an expensive mage with a lot more magic. Investigation, what does it do? Oh, he resisted. Okay. So he gets hit with a cold blast and then he finishes him off. Pretty good. Especially killing a high seraph is quite good. Okay, then there's a battle in Balthagon. Which is, oh yeah, this is the one of the bigger armies and has quite a lot of mages. However, they do not consider this good enough to even set fire on the blood. This would be so good. Anyway, I take the province. Then there's a battle in Capes. So look at that one. So here we attempt to liberate the fort. It's quite considerable carrying armor. Alien troops don't do so well this time. The lightning strikes, however, the soldier runs out of ammo and, oh no, he's still out. Anyway, he jumps into the back line. I think there's a bit of fatigue on him, but it doesn't work yet. Meanwhile, the troops clean up several of the left battalions. Little drake fights, fire drake speed ice drake. I think now they've cast a lot of gold on them. 52 fatigue already. But too little too late, this battle's over. So that is, let's see, pass. Yeah, a few losses, a druid unfortunately. We got a ring of water breathing from them, and we got a ring of fire back. And that's 87 dead galleons, amongst which mammoths, 2 ice drakes, seraph, 2 seraphines, storm general, which I think was actually prophet, but I'm not entirely sure. And some ghosts that they got for some reason. Yeah, this is quite good. And one of the woodhenge druids. Okay. Then there's the Battle of Lilithor. Let's see how that goes. So for some reason, so and so's blood slaves are standing in front of the army. And once again, this is not considered important enough to use blood slaves for gems. However, one of the blood slaves catches fire. And flare is actually quite useful stuff. Let's have a look at that some. Okay. Then we get attacked in Shadow Glade. Let's check out that one. Oh yeah, this is again quite a considerable army. Some mammoths. Against a little bit of province defense. So that doesn't work out for me. Then we attack Balthagon. This is Trogger's army. So this is actually what I consider a standard formation, but I haven't been able to deploy many of them. It's been such a mess running all over the place. This is more or less what you want as Abysia. Although I should probably put them on attack rear. Yes, unsurprisingly they beat through everything. Let's see, that's Opalav, then there's Pronovia, where we get attacked by Calum again. Oh yes, I don't know why the AI thinks summoning with wyverns is a good idea, but it always does. Okay, so this is how a Calum army is supposed to work. They're supposed to have iron members and just delete your stuff. Then there's the battle in Plymouth Fields, where we are attacked by Erie. So this little force that's gonna try and come and help actually gets jumped by a lot of Erie stuff. Like, these are not cheap. However, they don't work. Wolves are terrible swords, by the way. Okay, and then we've got the actual air troops, which are good. However, they flee because of some of the flying stuff had a lot of hit points. Their army is out of hit points and they run away. Now, as you will see soon, they have nowhere to run. There's then the Battle of Miradong, where we're also getting attacked. This is on the little islands. This time, however, all they're up against is province defense. Which doesn't achieve much. And then an event occurred in Borale. 2,500 people left. Yeah. It's been going on a lot, this guy. Event in Borale. So about half of those people moved into here. A scout was discovered and killed when retreating. And we breached the entrance in Light Hills. And then we killed about 80 brigands. And one of my barbarian lords died from a disease over here. Okay, so that's all the events. What are we doing? Gosgon has gone over here to grab these guys who ran away from an earlier battle and rejoin the army. This whole army is gonna storm the castle. Let's see what else. Zambart is moving into Melma in order to look for an air site there, because yeah, we have one air site so far, which isn't enough. Airborne is just retreating here now that Callum has taken Shadowglade. I think I'm better off with my troops in the castle, actually. Meanwhile, so-and-so and Cameron are pressing the attack here, and Fornius and Norman are pressing here. I'm just gonna move over this entire place and just take care of Eru, because, well, can't really do much else as long as they can keep attacking here and here. I'm exposed in too many directions this way. This army, most of it at least, and some forces from here and here are all moving into Rame. I actually have quite an extensive formation here of little groups of Abyssians, big groups of Abyssians. I got these Hellspawn from a summoning. We're also moving in. The Poopsmith is going to make another summoning of whatever kinds of Hellspawn we get. Magor also moving in, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fire elementals. Then What's-Her-Face is flying in for more fire elementals. Cheerleader doesn't have fire gems right now, but she can at least lead the army with formations, because these guys have enough leadership to do that. So everything is going to show up to stop Eru's army. Then Strongbad is moving into Leto, and from Leto he can move into Farron Mountains, and then hopefully we can take Farron Mountains back, because that has gone on long enough. I want those air mages for myself. And as you can see, Uruk is actually not doing so great. They still have some troops left, but they're fighting me and Caleb at the same time. So that's not going to keep working out forever for them. We have quite a lot of blood slaves, still 25 left after already summoning and breeding. So even if we get under 25 blood slaves for quite some time, I've got a buffer. 2 of these provinces are getting it. This province we took has a very nice site, the Holy Crypt of Anre, which gives you a bunch of gems, which is nice enough, but it decreases unrest by 10. It means that these 8,000 population will last me a lot longer with blood hunting, because I don't have to kill so many of them patrolling when I blood hunt. So this seems like a very nice spot for blood hunting. Considering its strategic position with the bridge here, although our characters can swim. I might even put a fort here and a lab, and just blood hunt straight from a lab. Yeah. What else happened? So we broke the siege here. Yeah, other than that, some little raiding forces going here and here. So here we have a Mictlan, like Jaguar priest going with a bunch of Abyssians, and here we have the same deal. Good thing about the Jaguar priest is that he can just cast protection a bunch of times. Here we've got it set up right. 3 protections and then 2 blessings, so he can protect and bless them, which should work out quite well. So we're fighting on practically all fronts. We've got like a little line of provinces here bordering Zabalba and Abysia that aren't a front. Everything else is front line, although, oh no, we've got no front line here on Venomous. But Ashdod might potentially hire some mercenaries and invade anyway, although they're probably out of money. So yeah, fighting everywhere.
Alright, that's it for turn 29. See you in turn 30.